Hello students, we have come to the 6th assignment, that is from 4th May to 9th May, and today we will be dealing with the chapter of subtraction, that is lesson number 3. Subtraction is shown by the symbol of a dash, which means taking away or minus or leftover. So it means taking away some objects from a given number of objects. It is done by writing the numbers one below the other and then subtracting the ones, tens and then hundreds. The bigger number is generally written on the top and the smaller number just below it. Suppose we have taken a number 351 minus 178. Here your 1 is becoming 11 by borrowing from the next column, that is the tens column. So it becomes 11 minus 8, 3. Now in the tens column it becomes 4. So now again we need to borrow from hundreds column. So 4 will become 14. 14 minus 7 is 7 and 2 minus 1 is 1. That is 351 minus 178 gives you the answer 173. Now children, we have to follow some basic steps for subtracting numbers, and there are 3 different methods by which you can do it. Suppose we have taken an example that is given in your book. Subtract 19 from 56. So here the first number to be written is 56 minus 19. First, in the first method, what we do is we take the second number and break it up into tens and ones. So 19 becomes 1 tens and 9 ones. So 1 tens is 10 and 9 ones is 9. So it becomes 10 and 9. In the first step, what we do is we subtract 10 from 56. 56 minus 10 gives the answer 46. And then from 46 we subtract 9 because 9 is there in the second part. So your 56 minus 19, we get the answer as 37. Coming to the second page, children. The second method here, what we have is, what we need to do is, in the second page we will follow the second method where we know 19 is 1 less than 20. Okay, 19 is 20 minus 1, so we say 1 less than 20. So here what we do is, first we subtract 20 from your 56. So 56 minus 20 gives you the answer as 36. But our number needed is 19. We have given the question as 19. We cannot subtract 20. So what we do is we add up 1 to the answer found out, that is we already got 56 minus 20 as 36. Now we add up 1 to this number 36. So our answer got is 37. Now the third method that we come into is we take the first number. What we had the first number in the question, it was 56. We break up into tens and ones. In the first method we were taking up the second number, that was 19, but here we are taking the first number, that is 56. 56 when it is broken into tens and ones, it becomes 5 tens and 6 ones, that is 5 into 10 50 and 6 into 1 is 6. So first we subtract 19 from this first number 50. 50 minus 19 is giving you the answer 31, and then we add up 6 to the answer got, that is 31 plus 6 is 37. So in all the 3 methods, children, you saw the answer got is same, that is 37. Now we need to follow some subtraction facts, children. 0 subtracted from a number will always give you the same number. That means whatever was the number taken, we get that same answer when we subtract 0 from that particular number. Suppose I have taken an example of 30. 30 minus 0 will give you the answer 30 only. So whether it is a bigger number or a smaller number, you get the very same answer. Second step is 1 subtracted from a given number gives the number before it, the before number or the predecessor. Suppose we take a number 45 and subtract 1 from it, then we get 44. 44 is the predecessor or the before number of 45. The third fact says a number subtracted from itself will always give you the answer as 0. Suppose we take a number 71. 71 when subtracted from itself means 71 minus 71 will give you the answer as 0. Now children, we need to know how we are subtracting a 3-digit number from a 4-digit number, and here we are borrowing from the tens place. Okay, so come to page number 45 of your book, where the question given is subtract 325 from 2562. First step what we need to do is borrow a 10 and subtract the ones. See what we are doing? We are borrowing from the tens and going for subtraction of the tens column. So here 12, 2 becomes 12, 12 minus 5 is 7. So your number in the tens column, which was 6, since borrowing was done from the tens column, so it became 5. Now in the second step, you see, we subtract the tens. Here we have 5 and the number given just below it in the tens column is 2. So 2 can easily be subtracted from 5. So 5 minus 2 is 3. And then we come to hundreds column. In hundreds column, we have the number given 5, because here borrowing has not taken place, so the number remains the same. Here it is 5. 5 minus 3 becomes 2. And next we have the thousands column. In thousands column also no changes was done, because hundreds borrowing was not done from the thousands column, so no change. So 2 minus 0 is 2. See children, your remember fact is given, always a smaller number, subtract always a smaller number from a bigger number. We cannot do the opposite. Okay, write the smaller number below the bigger number before subtracting. So children, you are given to do the exercises 3.1, 3.2, 3.3 and 3.4. Kindly do that, and then till I make another video, bye bye, take care.